Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Obviously, few days we've had like a lot of announcements by the examining board and of the examination cancelled for lots of parts of the country now. So, as you can tell, I'm quite concerned, and I'm sure a lot of you are as well. So, I'm going to try and maybe give a little bit of information, at least what I understand of it. I'm trying to give you some advice on what to do now, because obviously this channel is based on advice and tips and tricks on how to revise. So I might as well give my thoughts on the way you should go about this now and way you should conduct yourself. Because obviously, it's not an ideal situation. This is it. So to be able to just take yourself away from that and try and think about what is going to be needed now for the next few days is really, really quite beneficial, I think. So anyway, I'm going to try and explain it to the best of my ability. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Obviously, if you do enjoy, I'd really appreciate if you just give it a like or like a comment or a subscribe, because obviously, we're trying to get probably 10, 20, 30, any kind of number would be good at the minute, to be honest. Just as long as people are watching the content and enjoying it, then obviously I'm going to produce videos. That's how it's going to be. I haven't started this channel for any kind of monetary value or anything. I just want to try and help people as much as I can. Because the video that I did the other day, if you want to watch that, it will be at the end of the video, or it'll be linked down below as well. So if you want to watch that, then obviously take a little look at that if you want. It is just basically about how to go about doing GCSE exams in the traditional way. But obviously, I will do a follow-up video if you guys want it. So obviously, just make some comments down below if you do want to see similar videos to that, and I'll try and produce that in the next few weeks. But as it stands, the examinations have been cancelled, so I want to try and give a little bit of information on what's going on, and also try and give a little bit of information on what I would advise for the next few months to do. Because obviously you don't want to just be doing nothing. You want to be kind of productive at the same time as well, and still be in education as such. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first tip I would say, basically, do as much revision still as you can possibly. And obviously I did a video about that, which will be linked down below. But basically what that means is try and get the most productive mindset that you can be in. So for example, you want to try and go yourself from just doing nothing, because that's something that I did last year now, and that just didn't help at all. So for my advice, first off, would just be try and stay in a productive mindset as much as possible. And I know that it's quite hard, to be fair, because I struggle with it as well. But I will try and keep that productive mindset going throughout the year. Now, even if we don't end up doing exams, which I'm not completely sure on, but just try and keep that productive mindset going, and try and just do all your homeworks and shit, because I know it's not the easiest thing to do right now, especially with what's going on. But as long as you keep doing that, as well as doing coursework, whatever else you have, I'm sure your teachers would have told you about this now, but even if they haven't, just try and keep a productive mindset going and stick to that throughout the year. Which actually leads me on to the next tip. Try and keep your workflow going. So what I mean by this is try and stay up to date with tasks, anything that you need to do, complete it, and just overall keep your actual mindset in. Overall, try and keep the mindset that if you keep in education and keep learning, then you will keep progressing as such throughout the course. So I know it's quite easy for me to say because I'm in the second year and I've already done loads of work on it, but it is quite hard if you still just gone into, for example, you've just gone into A-Levels. I do feel sorry for you, to be fair, but at the same time though, you want to try and keep that productive mindset going, because you're not going to get the grades otherwise. And I know it's kind of a situation we're in now, because obviously a lot of you will probably be getting teacher predicted grades, which basically mean that that's probably what's going to be conducted throughout the year. So little assessments that you do are probably going to be used, or your mocks if you've already done them. I've already done a bunch of work this year, and I probably still need to do a bit more, for example, coursework and stuff, but that will probably what it will be based off. So if you don't do it soon, then you're just going to have more work to do when it comes up to that deadline. So yeah, my advice would be get it done now and stay in that working mindset. So for the final tip is what I would say is to obviously stick to the information that I said in the other video. So stick to doing your post-it notes or your revision cards or cue cards, whatever you want to call them, because they will honestly really help with your revision. And if you do want to see a video like that, I have linked it down below. But I'm sure a lot of you can kind of work out what you need to do from this, but yeah, my advice would obviously be the three things that I would say to keep in mind now after the information we just had is to, number one, stay in a working mindset. Number two, get the task and all the other things completed that you need to get done, especially sooner rather than later, so it's not piling up. And number three would just be making sure that you stick to the revision tips and tricks that I said in the other video, basically, or whatever you use as your own, because everyone's subjective. You can have your own. Like, you don't have to stick to my tips if you don't want to, but they are productive and evidence-based that it does work using them tips. But obviously, if you do want to see them, they will be linked down below, and they'll be at the end of the video, like a title card or something. But because I am quite new to YouTube, so I still don't know all this like technical stuff, but they will be linked in the description and be shown at the end of the video. But yeah, that is basically all the tips that I can give you right now, based on the information I've received, or at least I've looked at. But what I'm going to try and do for the rest of the video is try to explain maybe what's been going on and what might happen, because all of this is subjective, because it could change at any time. So from what I understand, we're going to have to basically get teacher assessment grades, which basically means that it's down to your teachers who's going to be giving you the grade and the final grade at the end of the year. So, for example, if you have like Mr. Barry or something for media, you'll be getting his predicted grade and probably an external WJC or whatever example that you have predicted grade as well. So, yeah, I would basically just obviously stick to the tips I've just mentioned, but also try and just keep the working mindset going. Like, as long as you keep that flow of work, there is no reason that you shouldn't get the high grades that you want, like 8s and 9s or A's and B's, whatever your thing is classed as, you should be able to get them as long as you keep that work up. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be focusing on the work that you do rather than the other stuff. So they're not going to be basing what you've done at the start of the year on your final grade, but you want to keep doing them, achieving their high grades, doing that homework, just putting in the effort now. Because honestly, the more effort you put in now, the easier it'll be, and also it's probably what it's going to be based on. So I don't know that, so don't quote me on that, but it might be based on it. So in my advice would just obviously do the three things: keep a working mindset, get all your tasks done, and use whatever you need to revise with. And yeah, I think that's actually going to be it. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I tried to make it a little bit better than the other video because that was quite short, a bit shorter than the other one because the other one seemed to go on a little bit, but it was full of information that you probably do need to look at. So if you want to see that video, obviously it'll be linked at the end of it'll be linked down below, and it'll also be shown at the end of the video on the title card. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, I hope you guys do enjoy your week, stay productive, and have a good weekend. Alright, see you later. One more thing, actually, I will be posting again next week sometime, but I'm not sure when yet. So obviously, if you do want to see that, comment down below, like the video, and subscribe, and turn the little bell notification on as well, because I think that notifies you when you get a video from me. So if you guys do want to see stuff like that, then obviously hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.